Welcome to Lesson 4 with me, Dave Cammiss. Today's fly is the Pheasant Tail Nymph. This fly has been in existence since the 1800s and was invented by a certain Frank Sawyer, who was a river keeper on the River Itchen. In those days, it was done purely with pheasant tail fibres and copper wire. Nowadays, for the reservoir men, it is in larger sizes up to Longshank 6 and in a variety of gaudy colours on the thorax. You wouldn't believe the difference, but let me show you one of the new ones. I'll show you the materials now. Bobbin holder with brown tying thread, cock pheasant centre tail feather, copper wire, fluorescent antron, and finally varnish for the head. This is the Pheasant Tail Nymph. We're tying this one on a size 10 wet fly hook, which is probably one of the more popular sizes. It can go right down to size 14, 16 if you're very brave, but 10s and 12s are the usual favourites. This is the copper wire which we're using for the rib. Tie it in, try to keep it under the shank of the hook if you can. Come back down. The main body of this fly is taken up with the fibres of a cock pheasant centre tail feather. The points will be the tail. Tie them in nice, maybe a little bit long, but that or shorter. Back up the hook about 3/4 of the way, then wind your fibres nice and even to about so. Tie it down. Leave it up in the air because that bit that's sticking up is going to form the wing case. I don't know what that tail feather thinks it's going to form. Copper rib, nice evenly spaced, behind, and then just a couple of turns the other side. Bind it down. Treat the copper wire like you normally do to remove it. A few little wiggles and there it is gone. Thorax we're going to do with fluorescent orange antron. Going to get started with it. There we go. Now we're going to a fairly pronounced thorax. Almost a ball shape. A few nice turns over. Snip it off. It's almost one. Now we'll bring the wing case over the top, over the front. Tie it down. One in front just to make it on. What we're going to do now is we're going to hold that with a single half hitch. Pull it to. Remove all the excess strands, whoops, and then tie off. Tie that down, so that's going to form part of the head. We'll do that with 2 double half hitches. Get on this a little bit more bulky than I like. I didn't quite get the fibres cut off right. But there you got the hook eye is still quite clear. And that's your cock pheasant. PTN. At this point in time, we finish it off with a little dab of varnish. You'll find that's quite a durable fly. There we are. And that's the end of lesson 4, the Pheasant Tail Nymph. I think you'll find this one is relatively simple, but we would welcome your comments and any suggestions that you like to make. So from Dave Cammiss and his team, happy fishing.